Monitor arms are a great way of keeping your desk decluttered, tidy, and improving the ergonomics of your setup. For me, I class them as an essential part of a setup, and the benefits of having a monitor arm just far outweigh the benefits of having your monitor on the stand that it comes out of the box on. But it is important that you do buy the correct monitor arm that fits your needs for your setup. So if you're looking for a monitor arm to support 2 monitors in your setup, then look no further. Today we're taking a look at, in my opinion, one of the best monitor arms out there. So if that's you and you're looking for a monitor arm, stick around. So for me, there's about 3 tiers of monitor arms that you can buy. Tier 3 is like the £20 or £30 monitor arm from Amazon, basically just a pole. I'd use this for maybe a single monitor that's like 24 or 27 inches. Any more than that and I wouldn't really trust my monitors on that monitor arm. Tier 2 are a little bit more expensive, maybe £40 to £50, and these have got a few more features and can maybe hold 1 or 2 monitors. But still, these are just clones of the next tier. I'd say that the monitor arm that I'm using right now is in this tier. So tier 1 is a little bit more expensive again, but this is where the top tier monitor arms are. You get a really solid build and you get a bunch of features with these ones. And for me personally, if you're paying the prices for these top tier gaming monitors, you want something that can hold them, you want something that you can trust will hold them, and you won't step out the room for 5 minutes, step back in and your monitor arms broke, snap, because the last thing that you want is the monitor arm to be the reason that you have to replace those expensive monitors. So that's exactly what we're doing today. We're going to be replacing this cheap one from Amazon and we're going to be replacing it with one from Ergotron. So the lovely people over at Ergotron actually sent this one out for me to review. Now they didn't tell me to say anything, they just said be honest with your review, but I have actually used Ergotron monitor arms in the past. In fact, I've done an entire video dedicated on one to hold me Ultrawide. And that last monitor arm I had from Ergotron was super high quality, it was great. So I have high hopes for this one. So let's get it unboxed and set up. I'm going to take everything off this desk and then we'll get the new one set up. And once I've got this one off my desk and this one unboxed, then we'll compare the two between this tier 2 one and the tier 1 one. And we'll see the difference in quality between them. So let's get this all sorted.
I was reeled down with no bailout on my own, all alone, left to bleed out. But I rose up from the ground, just like I was spellbound. All the odds were against me, so I picked up the pace, and now I'm in the race. Give me some space. I'm a movement and I ain't losing.
So I've ripped apart my desk and this is what we're left with. On this side here, this is the tier 2 monitor arm, and on this side this is the tier 1. So you can see straight away the difference between the two. This is just where it connects to the desk. So this is the tier 1 one, it's a nice wide base, even the clamp at the bottom, got a wide clamp at the bottom, just to spread out that weight from the 2 monitors that are going on these. And this is obviously the cheaper one, and the base on this one is a lot smaller, and having a smaller base is not a good thing. It can actually damage your desk if the base is too small and all that pressure is in one point. So you really want a wider base when you've got a monitor arm, especially holding more than one monitor. You can see on this as well, even underneath, that the clamp is dead small, whereas on this one we've got the wider clamp underneath. So as well as that, the finishes on these are a lot better. This one is all metal, there's nothing on this that's plastic other than the little handle, but you're not bothered about that. So this is all metal. Even the finish on it is a lot better, it's a lot nicer, it's a matte finish. This one's a lot lighter, even though it looks bigger. This is a lot lighter, bits of plastic on it all over the place. I'm not sure if the camera will actually be able to pick this up, but the finish on this one is a lot nicer than this one. So we've got a nice wide base on this Ergotron one, which will help protect your desk and also help support the weight of those monitors that you're going to be putting on those arms. Speaking of the arms come in 2 pieces, which just slot together.
Nice.
We got that nice finish on these as well. All metal as well. And the nice thing about these is we do actually get cable management built in to the arms. So you can see this plastic piece just slots out, I think. So it just slots out, squeezing them 2 together. You can hide your cables in there, which is great. So you can see just how well built these monitor arms are. It's all metal in there. This'll hold anything. This is crazy. And that cable management piece just slots right back on. So I think now I'm going to get this new monitor arm on my desk, and then we'll come back and we'll talk about how easy it was to set up, and we'll talk about some of the features that this monitor arm's got. So let's get this sorted. Okay, so we got this set up, this is on, just clamped it on the desk, and this is solid, this is not going anywhere. I'm really impressed with the base on this one. This is actually a similar base to the other monitor arm from Ergotron that I had, and I had that other monitor arm on with the monitor arm, with an ultrawide on actually, so it was a super heavy monitor. I had that on for like pretty much a year, and when I took it off, the desk was still looked brand new, not a scratch on it, nothing. So this is a solid design. I'm super happy with this. This is not going anywhere. So once you've got the base screwed onto your desk, the next step is to screw your monitor onto the back of this. So from here, you can actually either just go straight on there like that, if you've got a smaller monitor, or the other option is to add this piece first, and then put the monitors on top. We're going to be going this way. Okay, so I've finished setting up the Ergotron monitor arm, and it was a super easy process to do. Once you've got the clamp on, all the rest is just supported by gravity. It's a completely toolless process unless you need to adjust the springs to support the monitor's weight. For me though, I didn't need to touch them. Out of the box they were perfectly fine, and the monitors aren't moving up and down on the arms. That was a huge problem that I had with that other monitor arm that I was using. Even though I tightened it all of the way, the monitors just kept rising. Actually, one of them kept rising and one of them kept going down, and they're literally the same monitors. They're the same weights, and they were both on the same fully tightened. So I don't know how that would even happen, but that's one of the problems and one of the annoyances that you get with those cheaper monitor arms. So when you're setting up the monitor arm, you've got to remember that there's actually 3 points of rotation. You've got 1, 2, and then 3. So to get the monitor arm exactly where you want it, you've got to do a lot of fiddling around with all of the different points. So it took me a while to get these exactly where I wanted them. I had to move the base along the table a little bit, but after about maybe 10-15 minutes of messing around with it, I got them exactly where I wanted them. But the benefit of having those different points of rotation is that you can actually move your monitor arms pretty much any way you want really. You can get them exactly where you want them. So having these 3 points of rotation is especially great for ergonomics, and if you're someone who moves your monitor around quite a lot, then having these rotation points is great. So the different points of movements with this monitor arm unlock a whole range of movements that you can do. You can really get this monitor exactly where you want it with pinpoint accuracy. So we can lift the monitor up and down, we can tilt the monitor side to side, we can tilt it back and forward. So whichever and wherever you're sat or stood, you will be able to see this monitor with great ergonomics. So one of the other great things that I was going to mention about this monitor arm is the cable management. I did mention it a little bit earlier on, but now that it's all set up, you literally can't see any cables. It's great. So one of the final things that I want to mention about this monitor arm is actually the weight capacity of the arms. So each arm can actually hold 11.3 kilograms. So that is a lot of headroom for monitors. I think these ones behind me are like maybe 4 or 5 kilograms. So even if you've got a little bit of a bigger or more bulky monitor, this should be able to hold them just fine. Just make sure that you check on your monitor specifications. So wrapping this video up, investing in a monitor arm is a great way of improving ergonomics and also freeing up space on your desk. It helps make your setup nice and tidy and keeps it decluttered, keeping all of those wires tucked away and out of sight. So if you've got 2 monitors and you're thinking about picking a monitor arm up, I highly recommend it. This one that we've been checking out today, the Ergotron LX dual monitor arm, has been absolutely great. I've been loving this one. I think investing in a solid monitor arm is the way to do it. So I'm going to have a link down in the description. I'll send you over to Ergotron's website. Even if you're looking for a monitor arm to hold 3 or just 1 monitor, they've got a whole range of monitor arms that you can go and check out over there on the website. And they're all made to the same quality. Like I said, I had this single monitor arm to hold on ultrawide, and this was a great quality monitor arm as well. But that about wraps it up. I want to thank you for watching and staying to this point in the video. And if you're still here, if you wouldn't mind dropping a like on the video and maybe a comment. That's about it, and I'll see you guys in the next one.
It's like I was built